Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Israelianti Arum. I'd like to deliver the presentation of my research that was conducted in collaboration with Bapak Dadang Sudana, Bapak Wawan Gunawan, and Ibu Santi Komaladini from Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia and Politeknik Al-Islam Bandung on teachers' perception and strategies on improving the social and communication ability of students with autism spectrum disorder, case of special program of SLBN Chile. I will start from the background. Autism spectrum disorder refers to people experiencing a series of developmental neurological disorders that result in delays in people's developments of various ability and functions. The main characteristic of autism spectrum disorder, differing it to other impairments, are difficulties to perform social interaction and communication, as well as behavior repetitive. Although the exact cause of neurological disorder is still under examination, genetic and environmental factors play roles in the increase of autism spectrum disorders, whose impacts are across lifespan of the autism spectrum disorder people. And then it has impacted many aspects of life, psychologically, academically, and socially. The prevalence of autism spectrum disorder increases. Globally, the prevalence is 1 in 100, while through the years, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the prevalence of autism spectrum disorder in America is found 1 in 44 children were diagnosed autism spectrum disorder in 2022. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, the incidence of the autism spectrum disorder is 500 cases every year. So what does the Indonesian government do to cope with the problem? According to Undang-Undang Republik Indonesia Number 20, 2003 on National Education System and Permendikbud Number 157, 2014 on Special Education Curriculum, the Indonesian government has managed and built the special education school and curriculums for those of disabled. The curriculum is divided into intracurricular, consisting of general subjects such as math, and then biology, sociology, and then special program and vocational skills, while the extracurricular consisting of arts, sport, and science. The special program for autism spectrum disorder students are interaction, communication, and behavior development that covers the activities to improve sensory motor, sensory, to manage and translate sensory stimulation received by their body, and then social skill to improve their interaction skill, to be able to work in a team and have interaction with their environment. Self-developmental ability is conducted to improve their independence and their ability to improve their self, as well as language and communication. It is conducted to improve their verbal and nonverbal communication. Based on the regulation above, it can be concluded that teachers in special education are educators as well as therapists who must focus on student potentials, not on their deficit. I think it is hard to be the teachers of special education, and therefore it is interesting for me to find out the teacher perceptions on the special program for students with autism spectrum disorder and strategies the teacher have to implement the special program. Method used in this study is qualitative method. Data were collected through observation of the learning process and then interviewed to 3 teachers with 10 years teaching experience and documentation study of regulation and then procedures on a special program. After being collected, the data were then reduced, displayed, and coded as well as analyzed to get the result of analysis and to draw conclusions. Result of the interview showed interesting statement about autism spectrum disorder from the 3 teachers. The first teacher stated that children with autism spectrum disorder is not impaired product of God creation. They are given to take care by people around them. They are source of knowledge and inspiration for others to be grateful. They don't experience such problem. And then the second teacher stated that autism spectrum disorder is a neurological condition resulting difficulties in interaction and communications that occurs across lifespan. The impairment can be decreased, but it cannot be cured. It means that you will experience the autism spectrum disorder all of your life. And the third teacher explained that autism spectrum disorder is a condition that can be resulted from humans negligence. From the aspect of special program for ASD students, which is developing interaction, communication, and behavior, covering social skill, motor sensory, self-developmental skill, as well as language and communication. Their perception about the special program is summarized to be the following: that special program is part of special education curriculum given to students with autism spectrum disorder and integrated in all subjects and learning process. Special program for autism spectrum disorder is interaction and communication with other students, teachers, or people around them that they can practice activities to express their feeling and thought using eye contact. While the last is special program is a very essential thing, for it includes problems faced by autism spectrum disorder students that underlies their learning ability. According to the statements from the teacher, it can be summarized and it can be interpreted that interaction, communication, and behavior development in the special program highly relates to the core impairment of children with autism spectrum disorder. And as part of special education curriculum, the program must be implemented because it can be solution to improve their social and communication skills of the SSD students to be more independent in the future. In addition to the teachers' perceptions, the teachers also explain strategies on improving social interaction and communication of autism spectrum disorder students. The first teacher strategies are conduct gradual parenting to improve parents' awareness, have outing class, perform project-based learning, And this is the most interesting, that as a teacher, they do 5M. Mengajar, teaching, mendidik, educating, melatih, coaching, membimbing, supervising, and memberi contoh, modeling, patiently from heart. While the second teachers mention some strategies such as do personal approach to parents or family to accept autism spectrum disorder condition, and have functional method, do habitual activities. And for the teacher, they should understand the condition and the characteristic of the autism spectrum disorders. And the last teacher explained that the strategies to do to implement the special program are ask for family involvement, introduce words, phrase, sentence in each learning process, have long time activities and many OT class, have general and specific principles for teachers such as loving, caring, patient, innovative, and smart. And they know and understand the characteristic of autism spectrum disorder psychologically. We come to the conclusion. Results of the analysis showed that teachers have positive perception on special program for autism spectrum disorder by seeing it as source of knowledge, and that special program is an essential program underlying or lying our learning process to improve interaction and communication ability to build the independence and readiness of autism spectrum disorder students in facing their future. And the strategies on improving social interaction and communication ability of autism spectrum disorder students include strategies for parents, strategies for students, and strategies for teacher itself. For parents, they should increase parents' or family awareness and acceptance of the autism spectrum disorder condition of their children through the activities of gradual parenting, personal discussion, and supervision. While for students, school and teacher should provide facilities and learning programs that help students to be more independent and ready to work through the activities such as outing class and project-based learning. While for teachers, they hope that the teachers who take care of autism students have knowledge about autism spectrum disorder, and they should be interactive, communicative, loving, caring, patient, and smart. And here are some references used in this research. Okay, and finally, I'll close my presentation by citing a verse in Quran that stated, "Verily, we created man of the best stature or mold." Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.